Hello, this is Robert with RGH Solution 6. Today we're going to talk about how to set up a click-to-call campaign in Google PPC. Now, why should you even advertise on Google? Well, as of 2018, Google had 62% of all desktop searches. They had over 93% of searches done on mobile, so they're probably even higher now. And Google has an estimate of 3.8 million searches per minute, which comes out to about 5.6 billion searches per day. So if you're not advertising on Google or you don't show up on Google, then you're missing out on a lot of web traffic. And like I said earlier, I'm going to cover the one with the click-to-call campaign, which is a more difficult campaign to get running, and several PPC companies don't even bother with them. So why, you might ask, even bother to set one up? Well, if you get a click-to-call campaign running correctly, it does have a silver lining. One is your customer literally clicks on their phone and a phone number pops up and they call you. Doesn't have to go through the website. You don't have someone that goes through multiple pages and might never click on a submit form or call you. It's just click and call. And I've had success with getting a pretty high conversion rate, and it's very easy to track. You got tracking numbers in there, and that way you can actually pinpoint your keywords a little bit better. So click to call is definitely worth setting up, or at least trying to set up, especially if you're in a business that receives phone calls. New campaign, click create a campaign without a goal, search, and then just select the search network, include the Google partners. Make sure you leave the display network off. Next, you're going to enter your location in. I have Dallas, Texas selected. And then from there, you're going to go down and you're going to select what people you're targeting in. I always like to do people in or regularly in your targeted areas and exclude people in your excluded locations. And one thing to make sure you do, like my note over here, is make sure you always double check your locations after you finish setting up your campaign. I can't tell you how many times that a double check will save you from a mishap on having either the wrong location set up, or you might accidentally type in your city and there actually be another city in a different state and you select it by accident. So always double check your settings for your locations. Next, you're going to select your language, and I always choose English. Then you're going to type in your average spend per day. I would start off low on a click-to-call campaign till you get it running right, and it's going to take a little bit before it actually starts running that great at all. So go ahead and start your budget out kind of low, $15, $20 a day, $30 a day, till you get it quite where you want it, and then start increasing it slowly. I love the manual CPC, which is something you're going to need to start off with. If you're running a very large area, you could try using one of the different settings, like maximize conversions. If you're running a small area, maximize conversions, I tend to not work as good with this campaign. It works good for a while, but then you just tend not to get as much business after a while. So, and you don't have any conversion data to start off with, so the best thing to do is start with manual CPC. If you are running a large area, like 30 or 40 miles or larger, then you could try maybe maximize conversion later on. Next thing to do is to start to build the campaign. What you're going to do is click on new ad. You're going to click call ad. And then you're going to fill out the information. Put your phone number. It needs to match the phone number on your website or be disapproved. Put your file URL to your website. And you can put a display path. It can be a real or fictional display path, like your keywords in here. And then just a 1 or 2 line description. And then just conversions, action, use account settings, call ads. And we can go over this in just a second. From conversions, you can go up to your tools in AdWords, click on conversions, go to call from ads, and then you can change. What I like to do is change my recording length to at least 20 seconds. That way I know it's a valuable call. call. And this is a breakdown on how to set up a click-to-call campaign with Google AdWords. For more tips and tricks, visit my website, rjhsolution6.com, and check out our YouTube in the future, as we'll be posting more tips and tricks for SEO and Google and Bing advertising and other things.